We're going to give you some truth on this Sunday. So every Sunday we'll try to give you a little bit of Truth Sundays. We got a lot to discuss, so we're going to sip some mullein tea, maybe smoke a little mullein, and build with the people.
Yeah,
that's how we're doing.
Family, yeah, we're going to build today. What's today's map? Understanding cipher. Understanding is what one drawing his picture of the mindset. The mind is the understanding factor, which is the third eye. We also call it the first eye. It's what gives you sight, vision, is the mindset. So we're going to deal under the mindset. We're going to deal under understanding. What is a cipher? A cipher is 360 degrees of information, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. 120 of knowledge, 120 of understanding, 120 of wisdom. So we're going to give you a little of the cipher today. About food, clothing, shelter, about the children, about understanding. Well, we're dealing in wellness with Moore's Choice of the company. So we're going to talk about some of the things that we saw with family, the eating habits. And it's been going on for quite some years. Some of my family members, that's what I really want to talk about in particular, is the cipher that we built with them yesterday.
So the way we eat, the way we live, we're building that inside a family, and not everybody agree with it, not everybody understand it. So it's about bringing information to the people, even if we surrounded around a lot of negative.
Yeah, which we call 85ers. And what is an 85er? A person that's dumb, deaf, and blind. A person that's dumb, don't have the knowledge to, can't see the understanding, and don't really want to hear the understanding. We kind of call them poison animal eaters. We call them the ignorant. They also call them niggers, and I'm about tired of us being niggers, 85ers, those that can't keep up to the track of what the knowledge is. So we're here to give you the knowledge. We're here to build the foundation. But today, on this understanding cipher, all being born understanding, we're going to paint a clear picture. Peace to the family.
Let's get this build going. Nature's creatures in here, huh?
Yeah, the nature is what we, they know that we in tune, that vibrate together, the two vibes, Right now I'm smoking on me some mullein. You see the mullein right there.
That's the mullein.
Right, we're going to drink it on the tea, and we're smoking on it, This is great for the respiratory system. And right now we're going to talk, we're going to breathe easy, give them a little sign. And so I ended up speaking on understanding cipher. So what the master teacher, Master Farad Muhammad, once he give Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the information, which is the supreme wisdom. Right here I have the lesson, which is the supreme wisdom of Master Farad Muhammad to the servant and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's for the found and lost nation in this wilderness of North America.
A lot of lost souls in here.
Fact. So here, I said understanding cipher. And let's see what he says about understanding your life, which is a cipher. So we'll get to the understanding, because it's part of the supreme alphabet. And what is the supreme alphabet? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, refinement, equality, God, building, destroy, born, cipher. That's the setup of life. Again, I give it to you again. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, refinement, equality, God, building, destroy, born, cipher. So what's today mathematics is understanding cipher. 3-0. Today's date is 3-0. Because I make confusion when I say, well, what's today's mathematics? Mathematics is numerology. So we're going to add up to date. Today's date is the 30th.
Right.
So 3-0. 3 is understanding. 0 is a cipher. Add that up. 3 plus 0 is 3. So understanding cipher, all being born understanding. That's how you understand the supreme mathematics, part of it for today's mathematics. And what he says that understanding is, he says that understanding is a clear picture one draws in his or her mind of knowledge and wisdom, which is a perfectly understood by the all-seeing eye, which is the mind or the third eye. It is symbolic to the Asiatic black child, which is the fact that it takes knowledge and wisdom to bring forth understanding, meaning it takes the man and the woman to bring forth what?
Understand it.
Right.
So it takes knowledge wisdom
Yeah.
to bring forth our understandings,
Which
which
is
is Jules and Julius.
Right. So
Okay.
the understandings is brought forth. It is also the star. The star shines in its own light by manifesting the truth by using knowledge and wisdom. It is the comprehension that the ability to understand truth or facts, to come to know about things that you deal with in each and every day, in each and every way. It is the ability to think and learn. It is also interpretation of knowing facts, processing it, and showing intelligence. That is understanding, part of it. So now let's
So
get
if
to
you don't
the cipher of
understand
it.
anything, you have no knowledge, you have no wisdom, so you will never understand.
Right, you'll never understand. And that's what most people is taking off with understanding, because they try to draw the picture without knowing.
Right.
So go seek knowledge first before you draw the comprehension, or before you can say you see the clear picture of it drawn. You know, but they'll put the cart before the horse, and they see what they see, but they don't know what they see. They can say they have sight, but they don't know how to really have insight.
Yes.
That takes understanding. And what is a cipher? So the cipher is a circle. It is completion of 360 degrees of completeness, of a consistency of 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of wisdom, 120 degrees of understanding. The cipher has no beginning or ending point, so that we may rid our cipher of all negativity. A cipher is a person, place, or thing. What does that sound like from school?
A cipher sounds like a noun to me.
Doesn't it sound like a noun?
Person,
is a
place, or thing.
Right? So now, this has a lot to do with the black or more. More.
Our company logo.
More. Wow. Why
Our
they call themselves
lifestyle.
More or black. We'll break that down with understanding to complete the cipher of why
Yes.
we more and why we're saying we're not black. Wow. You're on point. I love you, lady. Check this out. Check this out. Everything in life pertains to cipher. Cipher is to see I power her. And not in the manner of beating, it's the power of knowledge that brings forth the understanding. And what makes that you? My bridge, you my light. You bring forth the children, all right? And they shine so bright at night because we call them what? Stars. Peace and blessings. Hey, let's take a break for a second. What we're going to do is get our molding. I want to put some honey in my molding. We'll be right back. Peace and blessings. Well, so we was building on black and more in the understandings, which are the stars, because they shine if you give them the right light. One thing I used to always talk to brothers about is like domestic violence scenarios. Right? You'll find that the knowledge is beating on the wisdom, and the understandings is turning out bad. And then the knowledge is leaving a foundation because he's getting himself caught up into some domestic violence. But if you look at the universe, which is the sun, moon, and stars, so the sun is the foundation of the universe. It gives light to all, right?
Right.
It's the solar. It's the largest star in the solar system. So if the sun is a star, which is the foundation, the sun is symbolic to knowledge. And knowledge is the foundation of everything that exists, such as the sun is the foundation of the solar system, and the man is the foundation of his home, which is where he laid his understandings once he built across the bridge of wisdom, right?
Right.
So the wisdom is of the solar system, the moon. It receives light from the sun. Then the reflection of the light is given to the stars.
Right.
So tie those two things up. The sun, the moon, that light is receiving to the moon is reflecting it to the stars. So if it's all in a perfect alignment, it comes off right. Your seeds grow up to be appropriate. They got great water. They pop to be a beautiful tree. Now your roots is great, and the branches and the leaves all is in one. And guess what? It's going to leave you a great history, a great
legacy.
Indeed, right? That's your heritage. But we're getting chopped in our heritage by acids.
By acids.
Yeah, what is acids?
What is acids? Let's break down the acid.
Okay, acids. Now on the pH scale, acids and alkaline is where the pH scale is meeting. It's at 0 to 14. So 0 to 6, there's acids intakes. So
which we taught in school and science about the pH.
Yeah, facts. Now, under the understanding, you need to take the pH, which you think is outside your body, and label it as the body. And knowing that God built the body, and God is letting you know your body cannot operate in longevity. Your body will break down with acids. And what is acids? Acids are 0 to 6. It's things that's packaged. It's things that's put preservatives in. It's things that's GMO modified. It's things that's put here that's to be adapted to have a longevity on the shelf.
Right.
But it doesn't have longevity for health.
Right. So acid has a long shelf life as opposed to something that's alkaline. The shelf life is very minimal.
Very minimal.
Because it's alkaline. It's natural. It's nature.
Well, okay, just take a nature, take cilantro, right? And you take a piece of that and you break it off and let it sit. And you'll notice the time of wilting will take place if you're
not long.
Right, okay. But those things are activated within the body also, and it allows the body to have a longevity.
Right.
But now it's the opposite inside of
acid.
Right. Now it may have a longevity on
shelf life.
Right, but inside your body it's gonna have
kill you.
Right, a short life.
You're gonna shorten your life with the acid.
Indeed, but now God, take God. God is the manifestation of everything that exists. He's the omnipotent one. He's the Father. He's the knower. He's the creator of the universe. He endowed us to be creators, that maker, right? Because now we know that Lucifer is here to mimic himself as God, and he runs the earth. So his products is acids, from smoking cigarettes to drinking beer, to having alcohol, to having meat, to having, pardon?
Pork.
Right, eating pork. Yeah, and that's the thing that I can really get in, because you know pork is what's really harming most of you with flus, because inside the dictionary, I like to bring out the foundation because it's about actual facts.
Actual facts.
Right, what's the actual
Truth
fact?
Sunday.
Yeah, Truth Sunday. Actual fact, meaning that the fact exists and that it's not
no
other
not your
way.
idea.
Right, I
it's
didn't
not
come
your
up
thought.
with it. It's already here and it exists.
It exists.
We can break down what's actual facts because it's inside of our lessons of the 120. So what is the lessons of the facts? Is the information of truth that you cannot discard.
Exactly.
But when we're living on the planet that's ran by Lucifer or Luciferians, they'll discard your information by calling it misinterpretation or misleading information, things of that accordance, right? You got to learn these words because, see, here on this planet, we are ran by maritime law, which is the law of admiralty, not the law of life. They discarded God. They don't even have God in school. When I was younger, I was reading the Bible inside of school. So just know life has changed and we're in a new world. They
I did not have the Bible in school.
See, it's a new world.
Yes.
Okay, NWO. You'll find these terms related around you. But if you ain't using insight, you wouldn't understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So if we look inside of what we're bringing out, American Heritage Dictionary.
It's an older dictionary. We're not looking into the Wikipedia of things.
Indeed. Put your phones down.
Please.
And get a book, niggas. It's time to stop being ignorant and learn the facts. I'm going to give you an actual fact. The sun is 93 million miles away from where we stand. Actual fact. You cannot deny that. The earth spins at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour. Actual fact. You can't deny that. What makes it earthquake, hail, snow, and rain? Actual facts. You can't deny. You break them down and you go find them out. See, I spent 30 years trying to find this information out. And when I present it to the family or those that's inside the ignorant space who don't know how to stand on a square, who don't know what that means, but they walking around.
What they walking around doing?
Oh, being 90 degrees for acting like babies. Because when you're upright,
that's what? An actual fact.
I'm 90 degrees. But I'm walking around with like a knuckle dragger, which is the acceptance being called a nigga. And not understanding or being acceptance of calling black. And what I'm going to break down is black, right? You have to go back every 30 years and know that they change our status every 30 years. We can go to the early 1900s. 1900, 1930.
But whom are they, and who is changing these statuses of whom we are?
Wow, that's some research that you can do on your own also. And it's not the time for that. But we will do a video and explain THEY.
So
Whom is that?
Let's break down these terms of your 30 years.
Okay.
So in 1900
to 1930.
Okay.
Okay. Now in those times you can find leaders. Early 1900, you had a guy named the Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Yes.
That brought information to black people. They don't know about him down in the southern hemisphere. They know about him up north, right?
Right.
Okay, so he was early 1900s. Then latter part of 1900s, you had a guy named W.E.B. Du Bois.
Most people know whom that is.
Right, they have heard of W.E.B. Du Bois' name and kind of did a little research and know that, yeah, he's a father of some society that helped black people back in the early 1900s.
Right.
So what W.E.B. Du Bois done was he helped change us from being called directly nigger to we're gonna be called color, colored people. That was in the 1930s.
Took the nigger,
right,
with the
late
ER,
1800s, early 1900s,
and we chose to be called colored.
right, with W.E.B. Du Bois assistance, and blacks start to accept that. So colored will go on about 30 years, from 1930 to 1960. Then you get this movement out there. You got Black Panthers, you got James Brown saying, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud."
Yes.
So blacks start to accept of being called black. Right? From that time.
So we go from nigger, ER, to colored, to black.
Right.
And why does it sound so hard when you say it?
Well, because black is a description. It's an adjective.
That's why it sounds so
unlife, right?
Unjust.
It's not a nationality.
It's not a nationality.
It's not your people's heritage, being black. Okay? Black is a description. So we'll run through the word black real quick. And check this out.
I'm looking at this cup and I see black.
Right. But look at my melanin and see if I
But my melanin doesn't describe what this cup is.
Facts. So we're looking for the word black, which we found it right below the word blubbermouth, ironically, which is a noun. Blubbermouth is a noun, and the word black right here, it says that it's an adjective. That's ironic, because I'd rather be called a noun than an adjective.
I thought we were nouns.
Well, an adjective describes, right? So you have to describe me. Now look at the background of our people from the 60s to the 90s. All the descriptions. Oh, he's a black male. He's jumping out the window. He's running. He got crack in his pocket. 5'6" black male running out the store. He's 6'1". See, it's a description of trying to live that way. And
the
now,
adjective.
Right now, the person be taken away, and he's having to live a way of life that to describe. His pants are saggy. He's trying to look like the description that fits the black male. But it tells me that we are now. So let's start searching for black noun. For our people as a noun. Look right here, black alder, and then black a Moor. Now if I look at the black a Moor, that is as a noun. See it right there?
I see the word noun.
Yeah, and you see the word Moor, a dark-skinned person from Africa Negro.
Good visual here. So the black a Moor.
And you see it, what it say, it tells you it's a dark-skinned person from Africa Negroes, right? So here in this country, we more Moorish than we are black, because black only is a description of what you are, and it's telling me the Moor is the noun of what you are. Why not accept being the person than being a description?
So the black is the adjective, and it's saying being of the darkest aromatic visual value. And then when we go to black a Moor, and scroll down here, and it's telling me what? It's a noun of a dark-skinned person.
Black plus Moor.
An African Negro.
Black plus Moor.
And you know, they used to say that they used to make jokes like, you ain't nothing but a little blackamoor.
Oh, blackamoor. Sit down, old blackamoor.
Yes.
Sit your back, go back on the porch, old blackamoor. Go mow the lawn, move yard.
It's so negative.
Oh, it's negative, but that was your actual real heritage. That's your nationality, because it's your noun.
Or you just broke down black and black are more. So now we're saying we naming the company of our lifestyle. We naming the company of whom we are. We telling you you have choice.
Yeah.
So we're saying more's choice. We letting you know what the mores are.
Yeah.
And we saying that, okay, they gave us your jokes back in the day, years ago. We got talked about and they laughed, ha ha ha. And now we run around acting like blacks.
Yeah.
So we come out of what? Negro, nigger,
Right.
colored,
right.
to black.
Right. Now
We stuck inside
that's
black.
in the 60s. We stuck. We dancing, we partying, we glad
Yes.
to call ourselves through 60s to 70s.
They really
Say it
calling
loud, we
us on the
black and all
police
proud.
scanners.
Yeah.
Black.
Look through that. Yeah, there's black male, Bravo male, jumping through the window, sliding down the pole. There's a nigga running there. Hey, that's a description,
We
right?
getting all these
So
descriptions.
that's 60s through the 90s, 1990s or so, around 95 or so. You start hearing African American pop.
Ah, yes.
You know, another 30 years or so.
Yes.
You hear African Americans up to the
I'm
time.
not black.
Yeah.
I'm not a Negro.
Yeah.
I'm African American.
Facts. They want to dance with that. You
I'm
know.
so Afro-American.
But now, what we really know of Africa is an uncivilized nation.
Right.
So to have that on to just show this, you're just
That
an
we said we
uncivilized savage.
uncivilized. Oh, now we uncivilized.
Right, yeah, here in America.
We
Because what
still
these brothers
black.
and sisters
We
really
still
know, they ain't know no
African
real deep
American, but
knowledge
we
about.
uncivilized black African Americans.
Yeah. So 30 years from 90s to where we had to put us around 2014, 15.
Right.
Then guess what comes back up again?
What comes back up?
Black Lives Matter.
Ain't that
Did you see Black Lives Matter? That's rather to be acceptance of
Yes,
that. Because we start hearing Melon. Before Sabi died, you hear we was carbon, because of
got a lot of carbon.
how the body really operates
Right.
and it spins
Because we
off
talking
carbon.
about actual facts.
Yeah, facts.
So when we saying actual facts, then what is this skin tone we have? What is this melon that's popping so frequently on the social media scene?
You hearing about melon, you hearing about carbon, and you hearing that we would say that we are with more pigmentation. You know, you start to hear variable words in these times, 30 years after.
Especially when we're talking about the sun and we're talking about, you know, just how we now changed our dress code and we all out here exposing ourselves in life as opposed to covering up and being more proud of whom we are. Because, you know, when we was in the African American stage of life, we covered up more.
Yeah, facts, because we know that the mother of civilization, she's not naked at all. I don't know nothing about my mother being naked over there with and being uncivilized.
Right.
I knew my mother would well dressed. She was real refined. She knew herbs healed. She didn't know a lot about pig out there because that stuff didn't exist in Mother Earth.
Not in Mother Earth.
Our foundation, it didn't. And all the way up to these times, we knew. Now, run them up with Black Lives Matter, and if you ain't accepting what's taking place with that is death. They kill them. They called the police. See, when we had the video and we was talking about Karen coming after us, and she actually said she'll call the police. And what was my rebuttal? Hey, go ahead and call the police, because once they get here, they're going to find out that I'm a Moor, and you is trying to get us killed by them because you think we black.
And you
See,
calling
black
somebody as a black, and you said, I'm going to call the police. Well, your threat is now a threat to me. It's not that I'm threatening you in any matter. You now threatening me of a nationality or of a color, an adjective that, no, I am not.
Yeah, would they kill Army? I would call the police. And guess what took place? James Arbery gets killed. What about... Stephon Arbery. What about
Trayvon Martin?
Yeah, and the brother
Sandra Bland.
The brother over in Louisiana, Baton Rouge, definitely, man. Alton Sterling.
Yes.
That one, man, it hurts immensely because it was right next door, and the people here wasn't even in tune of these things is going on.
And the names can continue to go on and on. We
because
know
you're
of the
accepting
deaths.
established.
Because they calling you out on the scanners.
And then what?
Black
when the
male
Asians
running.
was getting killed. Just in 1 month, they passed the law real quick.
Right.
To assist the Asians.
We're gonna
that we're
assist
not
the
going to
Asians.
be treating them in that manner.
Yes.
But they can do you that because you're a status and you're not accepting your heritage.
Because they are in a status. So we
Right.
going into, again, saying a noun
Right.
and not an adjective. So they know whom they are,
Mm-hmm.
so they can put a law in place to protect whom they are.
Right. But there's laws to protect the Moors.
There are laws
But
to
if you
protect
don't
Moors.
know you the Moors,
Yes.
where's your protection?
So if you keep
See,
running
but
around
you keep
saying you're
getting
black.
served
Uh-huh.
because you're doing those things.
Yes.
That's the description of what blacks are. So they serve you. There's no protection. The
Right.
protection goes to those that's endowed with a knowledge of nationality.
Right. So how rooted are you if you don't know whom you are?
Yeah, roots don't run that deep.
Mm.
Although we think they do.
Mm-hmm.
But how far do you know your lineage? You probably stop off at your grandmother, but do you know your grandmother's grandmother?
Mm-hmm. Your great-grandparents? Your
Right.
great-great-great-grandparents?
See, I could say I don't because my father's father was killed when he was in the third grade. My dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I never met my grandfather here in Mississippi, which wasn't that long ago
Right.
in this history. But they wipe out the history, and you accept some new history every 30 years. You'll never keep up. You'll never acknowledge the science
That
of
kind
what
of
is
sounds like
yours.
the Bible, though.
Yeah.
We just
because
wipe out the Old Testament and bring in the New.
something new, right?
Okay.
Like the old never existed.
Right.
But it's your foundation of what you exist
Right.
on. But if we take the foundation and make it something new and present it in a new way,
Put a
you
little bow
accept
on
that. Right, yeah. We dress it up. You think it's something great. We give a few $1 million to certain families,
got more
but the rest
freedom.
of us don't get anything. We just get to be out here marching and walking back and forth, glad that they all
Right.
work. Don't get me
Right.
coming. Don't come to me marching for none of you because we already done
Because at
told
the
you
end of the
about
day,
these
all that
things.
marching, all that
It's already
protesting,
been
all the
laid
fire
out.
burnings,
See?
all of those things has caused what?
Mm.
Not one change.
Yeah,
You still
it does.
have a lot of murders.
Mm-hmm.
You still have a lot of killing.
Sickness.
You still have a lot of death, whether it's health,
Mm-hmm.
COVID, flu,
And most of them killing themselves.
and most of them are killing
Right,
themselves.
self-deprivation. They ain't really explaining or understanding how they get
How
in
we
this
killing ourselves,
condition.
or how we're putting ourselves in the condition to kill ourselves.
Right.
So let's break for a moment,
Yeah,
and we're gonna get into that information
I
of
say word. That's beautiful.
self-deprivation.
Yeah, we're gonna break down what self-deprivation,
How about
how
that?
a lot of them done kill. You know, I just recently had a friend who passed.
We'll get into that in this next little segment.
Yeah,
So stay tuned.
Godspeed, peace.
All right, so now we're going to get into self-deprivation
Mhm.
and what that means and how we are harming ourselves. Because again, we're going back into wellness.
Mhm.
And your wellness is not just what you ingest.
Mhm.
It's not just,
Mhm.
how you expect life to be once you start to eat right and things like that. Your wellness
Yeah, that's
is your
right.
mental, your spiritual,
Mhm.
your surroundings, your lifestyle, which includes your health.
Yeah,
And
right.
if you comfort all of those things, your wellness will not put you into death
Mhm. Yeah,
sooner
that's
than you need to be. Because
Yeah.
what did we hear yesterday? Everyone's gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
Everyone's gonna die.
Right.
So if we hear everyone's gonna die, well,
Mhm.
how soon are you trying to die?
Right, now it's a fact. We're not here. We do have an expiration date. We're not
Mhm.
here longevity forever.
Because we say we
But
gonna
what
eat to
is
live.
here, the physical isn't
Mhm.
here forever.
Mhm.
But there's a spiritual energy and a frequency
Yes.
that you cannot kill. And you
Right.
have to always raise that vibration, right?
Correct.
So to deprive yourself of raising oneself to a higher level,
Mhm.
up here in royalty.
Mhm.
Some of them stuck down there below their root. Some of them what they'll call assholes. Some are dickwads. You know, see, those terms is a lower vibration.
Mhm.
So we're trying to raise our up to a Christ-like Christos, to one who vibrates
Right.
up and above
Right.
as
Right.
of a celestial thought.
Mhm.
So what it tells me of depriving
'Cause
and
again,
what to
we
be
going in
deprived,
what?
you corrupting
Facts.
yourself
Mhm.
from deprivation. You corrupt.
Mhm.
So when I find, just say, I'm around other meat eaters yesterday. Now they know that I don't eat in that manner.
We don't
Which
eat
is
that
fine.
way.
I'm not going to stop you. Now,
Right.
20, 30 years ago, I would have been preaching to you. But what I found out 20, 30 years ago,
Mhm.
go to the movies. If you look in all the black favorite hood movies,
Right.
Boys in the Hood, huh? Don't be a menace to society while drinking your juice in the hood. Even menace to society.
Right.
Huh? You see these movies,
Colors.
CB4.
Clockers.
Okay, you look at these movies. The guy with the science, they
Right.
all joked on.
Okay, so you're saying the so-called educated black man
Right.
in these dumbed down movies
Mm.
looked it weird, looked it crazy,
Yeah,
suspicious.
They slapped his head or told
Yes.
him, "Oh man, go back to Africa with that. Ain't nobody trying to hear
No
that."
one's trying to hear it.
Right.
So why would you keep trying to
And
preach?
the niggas that were treating
and
him that
discuss
way,
with someone?
and mind you now, they're making the community sick. They think they cool. They
So
selling
we
dope.
poison
They got
you.
40 ounces on their lap. They walk around with Jerry curls
Yeah,
in their
yeah,
head.
yeah. We glorify
They
that.
Right. We got them on a higher level.
We glorifying drinking and smoking and
Right.
selling drugs and killing our people and
Right, the
murder and all. We're glorifying those things.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
the educated one
Mhm.
is the one that's looking like a fool.
Right, they're making him look dumb. They got him sounding dumb. Wow, what's that? Even CB4 now, they really made it critical to the one that had the knowledge. Made him look like he was the ignorant nigga that's always talking that he should be trying to change. Even in Belly, what DMX tell Nas about that, you know? Man, you what? You got your head in a book, nigga. You should be out here. I'm riding around smoking dope at one time and all this, you know?
All the women
We've
in the
been
world.
that way. But I find Nas is still here going.
Yes, he is. And thriving might be at.
Right, yeah, cryptocurrency, investing, knowledge
Yes,
is well
yes.
up there in
Knowledge
the
is
cerebral.
way powerful
Right.
than any dumb nigga you would ever
But the
imagine.
nigga that they glorified
Mm-hmm.
in
The
movie,
dog.
Yeah, the God spelled backwards.
The God spelled backwards. We
They
glorify
put
the
him
dog.
on the level.
Mm.
But he's not here no longer being
He's
a
not
devil.
here no longer.
Okay, so
But we still
we
trying
gotta
to
start
glorify
get
it
the
with this
listening
new album.
straight. You know, we're gonna have to get the priorities of life straight and stop being that way,
Prioritize.
because you have a generation that you done produced and you brought here, and you're showing those things. Like I'm riding around with my brother. I got my seeds with me. Now he got him a 40 ounce. He want to turn it up while we riding. We ain't adapting. You know. See, I ain't worried about the gout. I don't have no fear
Right.
of that, because I ain't out the wrong. And me being a Moor, he ain't gonna have to describe my way of life.
Right.
He know I stand on the 20.
But now let's go back into thinking of we glorifying the black,
Yeah, acid.
the Negro, the nigger, the colored. We glorifying those individuals
Facts.
instead of glorifying your nationality or whom you are, or the understanding of your knowledge, your wisdom, your understanding. We're trying to complete a cipher, and we can't get that because of all of this negative, all of the devils. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah,
The acid is the devil.
Yeah. Where evil lives.
Where
the
evil
lies.
lives.
Right.
So we out here trying to live in the prosperity of what God is.
Okay.
And we got so much devilment fighting us off.
Mm-hmm.
So when we go into the discussion of we surrounded around a lot of meat eaters, we surrounded about a lot of pork, we got a lot of seafood, pigtails, pig feet, we got all these things around us.
Yeah. We deep south too, Mississippi.
We
finest,
deep
huh?
south. We deep south. And what we choose to do is to be amongst the family, because that's family.
Yeah.
And you saying, well, you're not going to preach to the choir no more.
Yeah, right,
That's,
right. They
you know,
sing,
that's
they,
years
they,
ago.
They know the
That's
knowledge.
10, 20 years
And
past,
facts.
and you still ain't appreciated that information
Yes.
or understood it. So now it's no longer preaching. We still going to live out our wellness.
Yeah, wellness got to be
In our
shown.
life.
That's what God is, huh?
We
We
gonna
know
stand on
about
our 20.
Genesis 1 and
Yes.
20 through 27.
Mhm.
We read that information. It talks
Yes.
about herbs, how it heals the body. I don't have no ailments, and all praises due to the Most High for those things. Allah is great for
Yes.
the life that we've been living over
Right,
these
indeed,
many of
indeed.
years. It ain't no change. You know, you can't deviate this because it's in sketch. We know it's the foundation of our DNA. So
Right.
with that, we burn the knowledge into us, man. You can't deviate me off
You
the
can
square.
only teach those
We
that
can
want
show
to be
you,
taught.
and right, that's all I'm dealing with from now on. At
Exactly.
that point, see,
You can only
because what
teach who
knowledge
wants to
is
be
the
taught.
foundation. We done been there. So if I'm dealing on the comprehension, which is today is understanding, you understand that these things, you know, see, God don't operate with knowing how to live, but choosing not to, because He know the outcome. So my outcome is to live.
Right.
So I'm trying to, you know, go
as long in life.
On a higher plane, I'm saying, in a presence what they would call heaven. And that don't have a lot to do with money. It don't have a lot to do with what car you
We
drive.
ain't keeping up with the Joneses. We
None
keeping
of that.
up with life.
You know, Joneses don't even know their name ain't the Joneses. So why would you keep up with someone that don't know whom they are? You keeping up with those that know themselves. You
Right.
better have a El, a Bay, a Muhammad, some understanding like that behind your name that I'm following. All that other stuff, we know that you splitting the fence. We know that you're weak Christians. We know that you're not trying to live the life that God set out. We know you don't read the information and choose. You trying to pick out the information
and
that
choose through the
good for
Bible.
your life.
Right.
And then
You
try
choosing
to
what fits,
Man, my
make
foundation
it sound
is
good.
correct. We built on the square. We know that we exist 7,923 miles from the diameter, and we built on that square. If you ain't trying to follow that, you ain't got to be my friend. You ain't got to be getting the products from Moore's Choice. See, one of my brothers told me to lay it on out. So you want to know where the foundation come from. This is where it's come from. So we here to son you. Because we know, like I told my wife, I find some of these niggas out here was doing and hurt this community prior to us even coming here and putting ourselves in there. And we started the dilapidation. Now there's regentification. You ain't going to get on this square and trying to do things that's going to heal the people. We've been doing this. We've been on it. We've been on the herbs. We've been trying to get people on iron. We've been trying to give them the knowledge of the cell salt. Go ask anyone that run on my lineage, and they know the Asiatic run this 20. Which is, when we say we stand on the 20, see, T is the 20th letter in the alphabet. T is the truth, or square. And that's what you should be standing on. If you ain't standing on the truth, you ain't even got to be presenting nothing to us. See, we come from the gods and earth. And we know that we with the Moorish science community. And anybody that's come to chase that, we got people that'll stand on our 20 with us. See, you think I'm singular, but I got a whole nation that's here to build and try to rebuild our community that you broke down. And if you don't like that, I'm here trying to rebuild our community. Stand away, because we like a wave that's going to split you. And we ain't here to play games. If you think I am, come test this science and see if we built on the square. See if we built on it. You ain't trying to heal yourself. See, you want to try to take sea moss and eat pork. The two don't go together. It's congruent. If you don't understand that, stay away from us. Peace to those who's trying to follow that. We looking for those people. Islam to those. Hotep to those. We love our Hebrew science community. We know you're out here trying to help the people. But the 85ers, you ain't here to help us. You need help. If you need help, reach out. None of y'all will reach out. You want to backstab us or talk that we negative. But I'm 50 years old. Look at me, man. I eat and live this way. I looked at the community. Hey, I want to send some shouts out to a couple of good people that I know they don't know about here. Minister Inky, man, we love you, brother. You teaching a lot of these brothers. You trying to wake them up. Yeah, we see some of these niggas coming out of jail trying to say they #1 sea boss moss. Man, we know you ain't bossing up under that. This ain't crack. This ain't selling weight. This ain't selling none of that shit that y'all. I don't even know the names of that because I'm a god. I don't know none of that junk that's negative. If you've been under that type of perspective, oh man, we coming after you. God is here to uncover the devil. You just don't know it. It's just like they were saying that they CMOS bosses, like it ain't nobody else been out here doing the CMOS selling, man. You don't know about red pill and blue pill. You don't know about the Moore Lions. You don't know about Mama Pill and them, nigga. You don't know about Dr. Sabi, You don't know about Sinetta the TV cat. You need to stop that bullshit. Stop trying to act like you done picked up this way of life and no one else done existed under this. Man, we've been living this way 20, 30, 40 years. Dr. Sabi been, if you don't know about Dr. Sabi with a book and you knew about it under your phone, you need to sit back and stand on the understanding and know that, man, there's some people out here know this understanding. There's some people that really been out here living this way of life, If you don't know about some of the people in this community, you don't know about, what's the guard out there in Atlanta, Professor
KT.
Griff. Yeah, KT, the arch degree. Don't come trying to let us know that you somebody, because we ain't never heard of you. I know most of these brothers ain't never heard of me because Asiatic was up in the Lost Kingdom, which we call Alaska, building his family and his Foundation. If you don't know about Reality Clever, Reality, the Black Sword, don't even come telling us about people that you think. If you don't have no master teachers, some of these people ain't never been taught. I know you from, if you from my way, I know your schooling, huh? And you don't really know who I am. I help some of these niggas out in school, in this simple school system, and you still don't know that 1 through 26 is the alphabet. Huh? Trying to say Galloway is crazy with this number system. Nigga, you don't know me. If you ain't never heard of Gematria, don't even come here with that sinus. You baby
Shout out
knowledge.
to Zach.
Shout out to Blue Pills. Yeah, Zachary K. Hubbard, man. You've been trying to teach these people and wake them up. They got baby knowledge, man. They don't even stand up right. Nigga, get that hump out your back. You a knuckle dragger trying to run up against someone that's been built on the 20. Stand on it and been built with 120. That's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, cat. Come sit down and build with me. I'm looking for people that know how to help people out with wellness. Come get on board, get on the team. It's Morris Choice, huh? That means we're looking for people to come to South Mississippi to help wake these people up. Man, my people are sick down here. They got diabetes by the plethora. They got high blood pressure, hypertension. They got bad legs. They got back problems. They got neurology problems, huh? And I ain't find none of these hospital systems around here done help my folks, huh? Where you at, man? I'm looking for some good people. You get in touch with us. Our number is out there. Man, I put mine out there. I ain't afraid. That's why we have our card. So pay attention to the information and reach out. Again, salam alaikum. Yo, yeah, I had to go into a little rant for a second and go and just build and talk to a specific person, and they can feel me because it's frequency, right? And I'm speaking to that frequency. I ain't got no specific problems with an individual, but the outcome what the individuals may be trying, you know, see, in mathematics, we dealing with geometry and language, and I hear what you're saying. So we got to point this out. Is all I'm saying. You know, we can't allow negativity to come and perceive itself as positivity. Either you're gonna be positive and get out of that, or we're gonna point you out.
Right.
You know, see, I have a cousin that I found out is struggling with life and with drugs, but people know he is. You telling me, but you're not helping him. So the problem is those that's allowing him. I have a problem with the enablers, right? So y'all sitting around got windows bars on your windows, right? You got bars on your windows, and you scared to come out and let them know you're doing wrong. The more it's not. The more it's been told me I was doing wrong when I was a teenager and got me out of that. And I stopped when I was 19 looking at foul perspectives. Your light ain't bright enough to catch our eyesight, okay? Okay.
So to get into a little more of discussion, you know, you did get into the Asiatics Corner. That's what we're going to call that in a little moment. We're going to give Asiatics Corner.
On my B-lock.
Yes. We out here, nature's coming into our circumference. Let it be.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, and I ain't talking about like where I live. I don't care nothing about these folks corner, because you still got to pay taxes on it even when you own the home. So it's not truly yours. I have friends that done died on the corner up here.
The mother must be that good.
Oh, what you sipped them on them and spilled on you? Oh, it ain't. Let that perspective stay in there now. Don't
I'm editing it out.
Don't edit it out. Give it to him, baby. We like
it's
the raw.
Good mullet.
It's natural. It's natural. Sure, I'd rather see the mullet spent on you than how about a Whopper sauce?
I'm done. Don't give me no Whopper.
Yeah, you better stay away from Murder King. Your life ain't gonna be long that way. Your life ain't gonna be long.
But I do want to give some perspective, because we have family, both on your side of the family and my side of the family, that look at us and, you know, they see like, well, you know, I know you guys have been eating well. I know you've been smoothieing and juicing it up, and I know you guys been doing these things, but you know, you'll get that's the odd one in the family, or that's the crazy one in the family, and different things like that. So, you know, what is it that we're trying to say to family? Well, for me, I look at it as given my situation with going through Crohn's, or, you know, they say it's Crohn's colitis, which is a digestive ailment.
Yeah.
So for me, I look at it as, well, my father's side of the family grew up Islamic. And I always had a question, and you can ask my mom. I've
Yeah.
always questioned, specific things in religion. So I look at nature, I look at God in the sense of how do I have wellness in myself? How do I help myself in life? And I've never just, stayed to the course of eating, right. I never ate pork. I never ate, fowl in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have a snack of a chip or something like that. It's in society. We grew up that way and we was fed those things.
Yeah.
So it is hard to break those things. But when you get into an ailment, such as myself.
That's right.
And then I had to take years to recover out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm at the point where I'm not on medication. I'm not doing the things. I've changed my whole life perspective, which I've always worked out prior to getting sick. I've always ate healthy and, tried to eat certain things in a matter of, wellness.
Mm-hmm.
But getting sick and having an ailment that enlightened me in such a way of, what was said to us yesterday was everybody gonna die, and I can't take that notion because my life is too long to live.
Right.
Again, we talk about eating to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everyone's gonna die, but we need to eat to live, to extend the life. And when you go into the Bible and we look at the people, we're thinking about Moses, and we're thinking about
the long history,
of their life.
Years that
we're talking about how they lived. We're going into 102, 110.
Right.
How did they live that long? Because they ate out of nature.
Right, they ate the nature.
They ate of what's
ate of
God.
Herbs, right, they ate of fruits, and they ate of
Right.
the original vegetables.
Right.
So it
Coming out of
extended
seeds.
their life. Right.
We're not coming out of processed food. We're not going to have pig feet. We're not going to have rib tips, and we're not going to have hog maws and cupcakes, and
right.
we're not doing those things because we're
all
trying to extend life, not suppress it.
Like acid.
It sounds like acid because we still saying the pH.
Yeah, right.
We still breaking down the pH. And so if we saying that we got a lot of acid, I was telling my husband, I was telling you.
Yeah.
Just today I said, I was like, it's funny how when I was sick and I was ill and I started to heal myself and the doctor tells me, well, wear a mask. Now this was in 2013. They telling me to wear a mask out here.
No COVID.
Prior to COVID, no COVID out here.
The wording.
The wording of they telling me to wear a mask because your immune system is weak and it can be compromised with those things. Well, I understood that my immune system was weak because of the ailments and how I almost died 3 times.
Yeah, and having that.
And having it, I knew the immune system was weak.
Yeah.
So now we coming into COVID and they telling everybody to wear a mask.
Yeah. So
but why are we not wearing a mask? Because our immune system ain't weak.
It's not compromised.
We're not compromised over here.
Yeah.
You're only going to be compromised in your immune system if you have a lot of acid in your body. So if you're putting poisonous liquors in your body, if you're putting poisonous cigarettes in your body, if you're putting poisonous swines and you put poisonous processed foods and GMOs and hybrid foods into the body, your body is compromised. Your immune system is compromised. So you better wear a mask. Because you got a weak ass immune system.
Already, when you ain't gotta be sick now, you ain't gotta be in the hospital a day.
You ain't gotta be in the hospital.
But with those acids, you're walking around with a compromised immune system.
Facts.
So prior to COVID, when they would get the flu, right, in the flu season,
come on,
they compromised their system all the months prior to then, right? Now, if you would have told them, put on the mask, you got a flu, you got the cold, your nose is running, you need to put on the mask. Would they put on the mask then?
Nope.
Why?
Why would they put on the mask?
Why is asked by most 85s. So when we say that 85 is those that's dumb, deaf, and blind to the fact of information. So we can break down why.
You don't know.
You should tie the two things together from then to the shutdown of 3/11 of 2020. We should acknowledge that. Wow, you see the light that kind of moved that, I'm wondering since I gave that information, is the light telling us something? Let's break and see what the light is letting us.
Let's adjust our lighting.
Facts.
How about that? I'm trying to give you information so that you understand how to take care of yourself without killing yourself.
Yeah. Hey, one guy told me, man, why you worried about how people are, Galloway? Why you worried about that, man? Gee, wait, man, you ain't got to tell people they can, get themselves together or whatnot. Well, I can't help
Why
what
you just
God
don't do
said
it for
me.
yourself?
I do it for myself, and I find that it works. So you should have the incitement to help yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
We can't help nobody else because they don't want us to help.
I ain't no
If they
millionaire,
don't want us to
nothing
help
like
them.
that. But I'm self-produced.
Mm.
If I go out here
Mhm.
and produce all my wealth up on my own accord,
Mhm.
that's self-production,
Mhm.
which what God endowed me to be,
Mhm.
a self-producer.
Right.
So we're working on those things. And for you to produce yourself, it starts with your health, because health is wealth.
Yes.
So we so wealthy.
We so well.
Indeed, man. We're trying to pass it on. I give it out
The
all
wealth
the time.
of legacy.
The money, I pass out money to people like that. With the paper is easy to come by.
Yes.
The wealth
The wealth
is hard
is
to come
real
by.
hard to come by.
Because you're in a world full of acids,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
So with those acids, you
Mhm.
have to learn to break them things down,
Mhm.
chop it up with alkaline, add all them great things
Mhm.
into your life. Superfoods,
Yeah.
we call them some green juices, plenty of spring water,
Right.
some herbal teas. Add these things, break down that
Right.
mucus in your
Can't
body,
let the
rush it
devil
out,
in-
and
come
then
and overtake
rechange.
you.
Start to
Mhm.
build your muscle, which is your
Mhm.
brain, with
Mhm.
information, with knowledge.
Once you start to get all that alkaline in you,
Yeah.
get that iron in you, get that sun in you,
Mhm.
boy, the devil is nowhere around.
Nah, he ain't, because he don't like vitamin D.
He don't.
Right.
The devil is so
See?
wicked.
Yeah, because D is divine
Mm.
in the alphabet.
Mhm.
That
Come on.
D and divinely laid out within the body, oh man, it brings somebody to a celestial heaven.
Mhm.
Like this evening, we're going to go sun gaze on the sunset. So,
Okay. Yeah.
baby, if other people want to come out and build with us, we should start teaching them how to come out and sun gaze and get
Yes, we
themselves
do.
grounded.
Because
You
we
know,
go and
we
see
got
the
a few
sunrise
people.
and we
Shout out to
see
the
the
God,
sunset.
Don P. We
Yes.
got, him and his whiz come out with us.
Shout out to Miss Mary, beautiful
Facts.
hairstylist.
Yeah, the hairstylist for the Moors.
Yes,
Beautiful
yes,
lady,
yes.
man. Great spirit, good heart.
Yes.
It's some great people on the team.
There's
You know,
a lot of
Keith,
support
Calvin,
inside of this
man,
community.
These people right here,
Yes.
they in tune with their families. They love to get the information. They tuning in their families with the
Mhm.
information, building on the square with us. Man, we appreciate y'all.
Yes.
Anything you need, reach out. Shout
Yes.
out to the good families that we know.
Shout out to all the good families.
Right.
For
Some
those of you
Crosbys,
that are trying to get this
some
product and
Sams.
still taking acids, I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you. Don't come back.
Yeah.
Don't come back.
Right. Because
Because
the
it's
two don't go
foolishness.
together.
It's
Because you
foolish.
gonna make us
It's
look
foolish.
bad. You went and ate you some pig feet, then
Mhm.
took sea moss, and then told the
Yeah.
public it
They
didn't work.
said what they said. I thought
Uh,
sea moss was a cure-all.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
it-
now.
What's a cure-all is knowing how to change your
Come
life.
on.
It's taking out the acids.
That means you got to change everything. Don't
Now,
just
it
take
a
sea
lot, man.
moss
I'm sure they
and
can't
then
cut
think
off
that's
cake.
gonna cure you.
They can't cut off cake.
They can't cut off cake.
Yeah.
What about pork chops?
It's hard.
What about Kool-Aid?
I just can't cut that off, both.
Oh Lord,
I be eating both.
no.
Needs a
But
want it.
what about we sick?
We sick both.
Oh,
Eyes are
Lord,
sick now.
eyes are
We
sick.
sick, yeah. They want you
Yes.
being that way.
Yes.
See, if we all dumb down
That's
knuckle
the dumb
dragons,
mind.
we ain't gonna be too much incitement to
No,
the youth.
come
We ain't
on.
gonna produce too much of nothing. We're gonna lose all what we already gained. That's what they call regentrification.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of that is going on in your neighborhoods, in the
Mhm.
real
And
Bend,
right
is
in this
because
community.
our kids, our families
Mhm.
lost a lot of things that they forefathers had gained. Our grandparents had gained up there on that corner that I know of.
Yeah.
Our people
So
said,
we don't have generational wealth.
no, we're losing generational wealth, and
Mm.
how that built back. You got to study with the gods in the
Mm.
earth, because
Mm.
they're teaching how to deal in this new digital cryptocurrency world.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
really
wait a
should
minute.
get
Don't give
down
them the
with-
secrets yet.
don't
We
get-
gotta,
okay.
we gotta break that
I'ma
into
leave that
another
alone.
video.
Indeed, I know, babe.
We
I
just
know.
break it
I
into
just
the
love for the
cycle.
public to know
I
what's coming
know.
down the
I'm
pipe,
trying
what
to
they
tell you.
should invest in, what they
People
should
don't
be
know
putting
that,
their
but see now
health
they
in. You know, I
fall. The
have
plane
that
is
love.
taking off.
Yeah.
The plane is out here.
Okay, I know
We
pilots
gave you
and
opportunities.
we trying to stay up
We
with
said
the pilot.
2010, 2011,
Mm.
2012, 2013, 20.
Yeah.
We all the
We
way in
gave them almost
2020.
7 years to
We in
we gonna roll out
2021.
with this, right?
And we done told you.
With the rollout hit, boom. We and then once we did, now everybody trying to jump on the plane.
Everybody ready
that's
to jump on
already
the plane
taken
and take off. They ready to take off. But guess what they don't have? Knowledge.
Right, and
Guess
if I
what they
find
don't
when I
have?
come around, I'm gonna go around the
Wisdom.
community and find out. Some of these sisters saying,
Understand.
"Oh, I got CMOS." They'll come up
Oh,
to
where
our
you get it
shop and
from?
say, "We got CMOS," and
Yeah.
they'll tell me, "Oh, I know these niggas, huh? They ain't putting you on with me," and they laughed at me for sitting around in the mornings at work
Didn't
drinking CMOS,
They told
drinking
me you was
Moringa.
crazy.
No, they told you. I know they did. The only reason they say that because they like to break down
your
families.
husband crazy,
They like to
man.
break down people.
Man, your husband
They
talking
want
about
you to
these
believe.
juices and all this stuff.
Yeah,
Man,
he drink grass
crazy.
juice. He drink grass juice.
He
Yeah.
out here like he what's that? He a giraffe. He don't do nothing but eat grass.
That's right. But my lady also called me 3 fists too. Remember that. I drink number grass juice and herbs.
I'm done on that note. Peace to the family. We appreciate y'all coming and tuning in to another video. Again, hopefully we can build every Sunday, giving you some actual facts Sunday.
Yes.
So,
Peace, Queen.
indeed.
Indeed. Wonderful bill
Love,
with you.
love you.
And we'll hit them with another video coming soon.
Yes.
Remember, we got Workout Wednesdays coming.
Workout Wednesday.
Indeed, we gotta
We
get the
still
body
under our
back tight.
30-day wellness.
Indeed.
Now, this is for the
All
people
the
who
way through
just
the
started
time
out.
Gemini, we're working
Yes.
on the twins, working
Yes.
on them double, we're working on
Yes.
the lungs, we're working on the arms. So
Arms.
stay with us
Upper-
and see the
upper
next
torso.
video coming on the Wellness
Yes.
Wednesdays.
Wellness
We love that
Wednesday.
portion of our videos with Moore's Choice, how we keep
Bring
our
the babies
family
back.
well, how indeed the understandings that come out. Like I say, today's mathematics is understanding cipher. So complete your life with Moore's Choice. We'll see you on the next video. Islam.